I'm still in San Diego. I have not left yet. I should have left, but it's just one of those days. I'm actually here with Jordan still, who is my marketing guru, and we've been just getting into discussing things. She's trying to figure out how to. I can't find your live. She can't find my live. It should. It should be there. Are you subscribed?
Yeah.
She's trying to help me monitor comments so that I don't have to poke you guys by scrolling. And yes, I'm freezing. It's raining here. It is raining. So I've really also been trying to wait out for the rain to stop because I don't like driving in the rain. So still here. Hello, hello. I see you guys all coming in now. Hello, hello, hello. And we might have some really, really loud airplanes going over because they take off like right over her house, which is a little disconcerting at times, especially the 747s. Did you find it? Are you there? Look at you. Should actually make you a wrench. She's giving me stink eye, and you guys can see it. So I thought it might be a good idea to get a little bit of Jordan's input on some of the marketing aspects of, like, if you have your own, whether it's an eBay business or a YouTube channel or a brick and mortar business, whatever that business is, the way you get people to your business is through marketing. And I gotta tell you, I did a talk. Oh gosh, it's been a few years. I did a talk at one of the e-commerce events talking about eBay's not going to bring you traffic anymore, which is kind of true. When they changed over the search algorithm, you just put a cat butt in there. When they changed over the search algorithm, it was no longer just make a title, and if somebody searches and the word comes up, it'll come up. That doesn't happen anymore. Now it's all about relevancy to whatever somebody is searching. And that is true for eBay, that is true for Google, and that is true for YouTube. And is it true for Instagram too? It's really trying to bring the results that are going to result in some sort of conversion, correct?
I was paying attention.
She wasn't paying attention. That's why she gets the big bucks.
It's all about consistency. This is what I tell her every single day. It doesn't matter how much you're doing, how little you're doing, what you're doing, as long as you're consistent with it and you're listening to what your audience is telling you they like, that is how you grow.
So that's for the social media and the YouTube and stuff. But for eBay, I mean, and it is still basically the same thing, because it is that niche, that customer base that you want to come and find your store. So I guess, yeah, that still applies. You want to be consistent. Like, if you list athletic shoes today and then you don't list athletic shoes again for a month, even if you're listing every day, you don't have that consistency for eBay to send you the athletic shoe buyers. I mean, yeah, you can still sell stuff. Don't get me wrong. It's not saying you can't sell the stuff. It's just, it's going to be harder to drive the traffic. Whereas you create and develop a store that in a niche where you're consistently using the same keywords and you're putting the same thing, you're putting things that you know your customer is going to be interested in, it's more likely that they're going to keep coming and looking for things that you have for sale. And eBay is going to recognize when they like something, no, not like, watch something, likes, watch, all the things, all of that stuff. It's all, if you look at all of these platforms, all of that stuff is really the same thing, just given little different nuances depending where it's at. So once you kind of learn that and develop what your brand is, who do you want to sell to? Who are the people you're trying to reach? Like, I don't talk to Amazon sellers on my channel. Does that mean I'm not going to get an Amazon seller watching my channel? No, but I'm not intentionally attracting Amazon sellers. I might talk about Amazon one day, but that's not going to get me the consistent traffic. I want the people that enjoy coming and watching my channel like every single day because they enjoy the content. It's like if you have a TV show or something, you know, you go watch that TV show because you know it's going to be interesting to you. Are you trying to plug in a laptop over there?
If it didn't work over there, it's not going to work over here.
I think the power thing over there is off.
Okay,
No.
Google, what's the weather like?
Oh,
Currently in San Diego,
It's not off.
56 degrees with showers.
The
Today, there'll
the
be
cord
showers
needs
with a
to
forecast
chill
of
for at
minus
least a
62
few
We have-
and a low
we have a
of
s-
56.
Okay,
Okay.
Google, stop. Nobody asked you except for me that I did.
it's 56 and
Writing.
raining.
Not San
Cold
Diego.
here.
I don't like it.
Brr. I'm glad it wasn't like that yesterday when we went to the zoo. So, before I go off on a tangent on something else, I just want I'm trying to catch all the comments. It's really hard when I'm doing
That's
this
what
from my
I'm for.
phone. But let's see the questions. Well, are you watching?
I'm watching. Look.
Oh, she's watching for your questions. So, if you have like a particular question related to that, let's hear it. eBay frightens me. For resellers with no followers, is eBay a good choice? eBay's still the best game in town, I'm telling you. So here's the thing: as you are building your eBay business and you don't really know what that niche is yet, you're just getting started. It's all then about consistency and listing. And you're not going to get the top prices for things because now the algorithm is going to work a little bit more on those newer sellers not yet knowing what your consistency is. It's going to be a heavily price based. So you will have to play the price game a little more than someone like me who's established. I have a following, I have a clientele, and they will pay the prices because they trust what I'm bringing them.
Ooh, can I touch on that?
You can.
So that's one big thing that a lot of people don't think about when they're talking about marketing, talking about their business, talking about their product. Your shopping experience is more important than how much traffic you get to your website, how much, how many people you get eyes on your product. If you have return customers that know the value of what you're putting out there, they trust what they're going to get from you is, high quality. They know the experience of how to predict, how long it's going to take to ship, what the packaging is going to look like when they get it. All of those small, minute details are why some of the big businesses like Target and Sephora, Ulta, that's why they are so successful and key hitters in the market, because they understand the experience their client wants from them.
Goodwill. Like, it's like the name in thrift stores. It's like people just know when they walk into Goodwill
What they're going to expect.
even if it's not great, we keep going back to Goodwill. Yeah. He didn't stay. He went over there. He did not want to be by you.
No,
Oh.
he's looking out the window.
Oh, that was just a little plane. So, I swear it doesn't. And if I go over here and try to delete it, I'll poke them. I don't want to poke people.
What does that say?
Do you sell clothing?
I don't anymore, but I did for the longest time. I don't have time to resell anymore, so now I just buy it and give it to her to resell. But that was my primary reselling topic since I was like 18 with you. So
That's true.
I've been doing it for like 10 years.
And man, she knows how to shop it too. She's taught me a lot about shopping the clothing, especially when it comes to trends. Being a model, she's super on top of the trending stuff and what everybody's wearing and what's needed, what's being modeled, all of that stuff. So, man, she whips through those racks. And over this weekend, she has been getting footage too. So, you guys might have seen the video she made for me. It was about a month ago. I can't even keep track of time, but
What date is it? What month is it?
I don't know.
I don't know.
But go back and find the video, My Daughter Hijacked My Channel. That was a video that Jordan created while she was clothes shopping, and she gives a lot of really, really great tips in there. Ooh, can we talk about that thing like that you did at the end of that video? Is it too soon?
I don't know what I did. So sure.
We'll just tickle them with this and see what they think. So we're thinking about
that thing.
We're thinking about, like, a lot of you have trouble photographing the clothing, making it look good, all of that stuff. What if you had a model get those pictures for you? Would that be something you'd be interested in? Because that's kind of the idea we're brewing.
So, to more background, I run a photo meetup group here and have a bunch of new starting out models that of all different sizes, ages, demographics, kind of learning and experiencing how to be modeling. And it's a more body confidence and positivity group more than modeling. We just all enjoy it. But I have access to all of these wonderful people, and we are constantly looking for new styles to work with and clothing and different options for developing our skills as models. So if we had things to model and then give back to you with professional photos, it's a win-win situation at a much lower price for small business owners.
Right. And the perk is that having those pieces of clothing on an actual model makes you able to get a higher price than the average seller out there. I saw a really good question come through. Can you go find the question?
Okay.
Yeah.
Question.
I just hit me with them.
Marketing for eBay. Question is it really necessary to continue to market after you have a following? Question mark. We did it at first, but now sales are steady.
Okay, the thing about a following, people come and go. Like any business, there's something called an attrition rate. You will lose people today, but you will gain people today, and the goal is to gain more than you lose. You will have people that get bored with your brand. You will have people that are just not buying anymore. So it's a constant. You cannot stop marketing.
Again, consistency is key. Target still markets to people. You know, they're ingrained in everyone's head, but they're ingrained there because they're staying relevant with their return buyers, and you want those return buyers to be your focus.
Yeah.
Next question. Oh boy. Where'd it go? What is your process from getting home with merch to listing? Because I feel like it takes me way too long to get things budgeted, tracked, photographed, inventoried, and listed.
We were just having this conversation because, as you know, I shop a lot because, I have to create video. So sometimes I have to shop when I really don't need more merchandise. But what I would say to the average person who does not have a YouTube channel is get your process in place where you bring the items home. First thing is log them in. And it took me, literally, I did not start logging my items until the end of 2019. I have a spreadsheet because I was always like, yeah, but I don't know where to start. And it was somebody just plugged it into my head. Start somewhere. Start today. Starting now is better than never starting at all. So I started logging my items in, and I had, and I've shared my Google spreadsheet before. Basically, I keep track of where I bought it, the date I bought it, how much I paid, and what the item is. Now on that spreadsheet, I also have a place to do my research, I can change it, make that my title. I can put what I expect to get for it, and I can track when it sells and how much it sells for. But the basic part of that is the logging in. Now I'm at the point, I'm going to hire somebody to do that for me. Somebody who watches my videos is going to go to that Google spreadsheet and log that stuff in for me because the information's all on my videos. If you're not making videos, you don't have that. But that's just one of those pieces I'm now going to delegate because time is so precious. But that's the first step because you need to know your numbers. You need to know if you're making profit. You need to know if you can take that offer on something and not lose money. So then the second thing to do is decide what your listing flow is. Is it take your pictures first and then do your write-ups? I like to do the write-ups first. Because I don't want to take pictures of something that ends up, I look at it and go, oh, this has a crack or a chip, or now I've researched it, it's not worth listing. So I like to have the item in hand, write up the listing first, and then, like I said, that's title and stuff goes on my spreadsheets. And then I'll take a batch of pictures. So the next process is boom, boom, boom. I just have to attach those pictures and launch them. So that's my process. Then it goes out to my garage storage, lives on a shelf until it sells. But you've got to find that system that works for you. There is not one size fits all. Everybody has a different way. But I think the biggest thing is make it important. Make it a priority. I mean, this is your money maker. You have to look at the points of your business that bring in money, and you have to do those things. And when you get to the point where you don't have enough time to do those things, look at the things that you can delegate and get help, bring in help to help you with those things. But you got to get a process. And it's got to be important. I know a lot of eBay sellers who put eBay as their last order of importance in their day. Like, oh, well, I have to do laundry. Oh, and I have to, run to the store. And but you have to make that eBay business your business. It's your baby. You have to create the time in your schedule and say, during this time, this is what I'm doing. And if you only get 1 or 2 listings done, so be it. But if you do a daily consistent 1 or 2 items listed, at the end of a month, you have 30 to 60 new items listed. In fact, over on the Niche to Profit Facebook group that I run, we have started doing, for motivation, a daily listing challenge where 2 listings. And when you do those 2 listings, you get to post a link to one of them in the daily thread, which causes all the, the other sellers in the group and everybody to come over and look at your stuff, and people are selling stuff. So sometimes you kind of need a little motivation like that, but consistency is key.
Also, it's a mindset and discipline thing. That's one of the hardest things to overcome in running a business or work in general, because you're the person that dictates what you're doing the day. There's no manager to tell you, hey, I need this done by Friday at 3 p.m. It's just you. So you have to learn to self-manage yourself and get to a point where there is no option of listing 1 or 2 items a day. If you don't do it, then you need to think of a repercussion for yourself and come up with some sort of reward system for yourself as well, because you need that positive affirmation of once you complete something. And it ties into a big psychology thing. But
now for me, it's like, ooh, I do this, I can go thrifting. I mean, for some of you, you love the thrifting part. You love the sourcing. You make that your bonus, make that your reward. But yeah, I agree. And I have to edit video every single day. If I don't edit video, no video goes up. I don't get paid. So
we'll get there.
Yeah, I know.
See, my thing is creating spigots of time for yourself to have a break. And those breaks need to be like, how do I put this? Breaks are so important to give your mind just a recharge. And it's not looking at your phone for 15 minutes. It's stepping away from your computer, sitting down, and completely disconnecting from what you were doing.
The animals do it for me. That's my breaks, is going out and playing with the tortoises or watering the plants or just watching the birds in the backyard.
But then going back in and being able to detach and then set yourself back in. And that helps a lot of people. And then if you're finding you're having a hard time staying on your task of listing or whatever you're doing, sit on the couch, no distraction in front of you, and sit there until you are bored. And then go back to work. Leave your phone in the office. Don't pick up a book. Don't turn on the TV. Just sit and do nothing until you are bored, and then go back to what you were trying to finish.
I'm not. I would be bored in like 2 minutes.
Exactly. But it gives your brain enough time to step away from what you're too close to and what is challenging you to move forward on getting shit done.
And get yourself
Done.
a person. Get yourself a person that pushes you.
I feel like I'm more a business coach than your marketing person.
I know. Kind of is. Like, she pushes me. And I think it works so well is because her brain works like my brain. She completely gets how my brain works. So if you have adult children, sometimes they can be your best motivators, like, because they've got the energy and they know where to do the push. And did I see George the Antique Nomad? Are you here? Hello, George. I'm coming to Florida in a few months. We have to talk. See if it coordinates when you're going to be in Florida, perhaps. Anyway, I got distracted.
Look at that.
George is awesome. Okay, what's next?
I don't know. There's too many words. Someone ask a question. I'll answer the next question, no matter how silly it is.
Oh, what the hails George is here. Oh, George is what the hails George. Well, that's awesome too. Oh, okay. So what the hails, in case, just because I said it, is an absolutely fantastic channel that you should watch. They do storage locker auctions for the most part, but they just have a really super fun life. They have a reseller life. They coined the phrase fun employed. For us that are self-employed, fun employed, which I love because it's all about fun.
That has a completely different context in my generation because that means you're unemployed.
No, it's fun. Well,
that's what fun employed means.
It is kind of unemployed. It means we're doing our own thing. But anyway.
It means you have no job.
No, we totally have jobs. But they do a live sale on Sunday nights, and they did a mystery box a week ago that, guess who bought it? And so I will be doing an unboxing video this week. You have to watch for that, but go check out their channel because they are resellers and they're finding things that, they're not necessarily going out to shelves and pulling the stuff. It's just what comes up in the storage lockers, which is also quite fascinating. So,
okay, we have questions.
How
do I go about finding someone to help list?
Oh, okay. So finding help.
You need help finding help?
Need help finding help. So I will tell you guys heard how amazingly happy I was that I had finally found someone to do shipping. She was really bright. She was picking it up. She was easy to work with. She went and got another job. So I am myself back at that point. It's tough. I'm not going to lie. It is really hard to find good, consistent help. You got to pay well. Number one, you got to pay well. You have to give them a reason to stay with you. But to find them, I simply use my Facebook page. So if you have a business, you need a Facebook business page. That's where you can post jobs. That's where you can post marketing things for your business. You want that. So I just post an ad there, and then I get people who respond, and then I interview them and try to pick the best one. But it can be tough. It can be really, really tough. I go through a lot of people. I haven't found yet that very loyal, stick with it person. Even like Jocelyn, Crazy Lamp Lady, she gets help too. I mean, but most of her shipping is done by her boyfriend's son. It's a family member. It's somebody who cares as much about the business as them because that's such a critical part. So it's tough.
I think one of the main things is structure. Having set expectations of what you want them to do, have it written out, have a detailed, explanation of what they can expect when they get there. Because if they show up to the job and, it's at someone's house, that's already, the more points of disconnection you have for someone, the less they're going to take it seriously and start to question what's going on. So as long as you lay everything out and you're like, here's what I want you to do, this is what I need from you, I know what I need you to do, they're gonna be like, all right, I'm along for the ride, here we go.
Yeah, I know. Somebody would say, "I wish I was there to help." Yeah, I know. I'd be like, "Come on, somebody moved to Las Vegas. I'll hire you." Yeah, and it's especially tough too when you have antiques and collectibles because the shipping's no joke. So a lot of you have been asking why I haven't done any shipping videos. Well, a lot of it's been I have been in the process of training other people, so I haven't been doing the shipping by myself. And I don't want to freak these people out like, oh, by the way, and do you want to be on camera too? I want to work that in, when they're comfortable with the job. So there will be more shipping videos. Just we're working on training. So I do have another lady who's going to start for me this week, and hoping. But yeah, just know that it is going to be tough. And here's the other thing I want to say is hire them for one thing. Hire them for one thing to start. Like you may want somebody who can do it all, but if listing is the thing, then hire them for listing. If getting photos is the thing, hire them for getting the photos. See how they work at that, and you can expand the job description. I also only hire starting part-time just because I have found someone who's looking for full-time work has bigger expectations of salary, benefits, all of that. Part-time, it's easier to work. I like to grow them to full-time. I ask that in the interview, would you like to get to full-time at some point? And almost all of them say yes. So it's not that you can't ever have them full-time, but starting at part-time kind of gives you that leeway. Like, what if they're like just really bad? It's much easier to get somebody else in at that point. And I don't want to say anything about anybody who's worked for me, but I do have some horror stories. I won't lie.
I mean, it comes to a difference in personalities too. Like you have to take that into consideration when you're hiring people. And like I was a hiring manager before for my marketing team. So I had to hire, people that were my assistant and to do creative things and, work around a spectrum of understanding that I worked with, which is very difficult if you've ever worked with me because my brain goes 1,000 miles a minute. But just understanding the personality of the person that is coming in and knowing that not anyone can just pick it up and do it. They have to understand how, one, your brain works, and two, what your expectations are.
I'm seeing stuff come through. What's coming
You
through?
see it too.
I can't read it. See, it disappears by the time I can focus my eyes on it.
Do you TikTok? Do you TikTok?
Me or her?
I TikTok.
Yes.
You try to TikTok. It's okay.
She says I try to TikTok.
Are you in AZ Treasure? I think that's towards someone else. I love your shipping videos.
I mean, and those shipping videos are evergreen. I mean, the shipping process, if you're still stuck on shipping, go back and watch this Let's Get Shipped Done playlist because that stuff still applies. Do the refresher because I'm very consistent with how I ship. It's the same with a little, I do some Frankenboxing here and there, but
I have a clock that TikTok.
yeah, so my TikTok is mostly that's just like my animals and just fun stuff. I'm watching a lot of TikTokers now doing like the thrifting. I haven't figured out how to incorporate that yet. But for now, it's just I'm the Daniac and I'm just doing my animals and stuff like that. And yours, Jay Weezy.
Is it J_Weezy?
That's what I was looking at you for because it's.
That's a great question. I don't know.
And she's
J_Weezy.
She's doing more of an intentional
Beep beep.
kind of marketing thing with her TikTok. But it's my fun place.
Would it be expensive to ship clothes for photos? See, my thought behind this was setting a price for whatever you can fit in a flat rate box, and we go from there. I've never done this model before. I think the first few clients that I brought on to do it with, it would be an experiment on translating what the value that you're getting from it and kind of helping you through the process of learning those metrics and seeing it and figuring out what made sense in that price. But we can definitely figure something out if people need clothes to be modeled. But
we're still in the market research phase on how that, because obviously being a reseller, I know those margins and what you know, obviously it needs to be an added value that doesn't actually take away from your profit, but adds to it.
And especially if you're on Poshmark, like if you look at the difference between how Poshmark.
Is he judging us?
He is judging us.
He's judging us. Look. He came over to judge us. This is Dozer. This is my grand kitty Dozer.
A little fat boy.
You told me I can't call him that. You told me I hurt his feelings.
You're gonna give him a complex.
But you can call him that.
Right, because it's his nickname.
It's worse when it comes from your parents.
Is it?
Is it? Is it?
No, because you're used to your parents telling you things and you just kind of brush it off. Outsiders, you care about their opinions.
Yeah,
more.
but I give him those stinky little treats, so he loves me.
That's why he cares about your opinion.
They're
more.
like anchovy treats, and man, they reek. He loves them. So, all right. What's next?
What's next?
You guys are asking great questions. You know, I really love that you're asking these questions because that tells me your brain's turning and how you can get your business growing and moving forward. You sold a sit-about on Posh. Yeah, you can sell. We call figurines sit-abouts because figurines is.
Oh, so Poshmark just launched an entire home goods section.
Yes, they
did.
did.
Kind of hidden, but
it's been there for a while.
They're promoting that.
It's been there for a while. Yeah. I have a few clothes on Poshmark, but it's mostly my hard goods stuff.
And especially if anyone has an Instagram that they promote their businesses on, you could reutilize the photos there. And
box in a bag is the cheapest route for shipping. Yeah. So, Infamous George, do you use Pirate Ship to do your box in a bag? Because I'm also, because I'm working on the reseller boxes, I'm going to be working probably directly with like UPS, FedEx, trying to get some negotiated rates and that type of thing too. So, I mean, it's possible that we'll be able to get really good rates for large boxes of things. I mean, and you can fit a lot of clothes. Let's say the box costs $15 to ship. If you could get 50 pieces of clothing in there, that's just pennies for shipping. So that's the idea, is to do this in a quantity type thing. I'm looking at her phone reading like the comments that you guys are sending in too. So, oh, you all have horror stories. Yes, we all have horror stories. We don't talk about those. We let them go. All right, let's see.
They're not horror stories. They're teachable moments.
Teachable moments, yes.
I feel like that's the other thing I do for you. I challenge everything that you say to make it positive.
You do. I work on that.
I do.
We come from a very negative family background.
We do, but we're getting better.
We do. We're getting better. How many years did you resell before making it full time? And how is that possible? I can't even net more than $50 a week. That was Cheryl Ross. So I've actually been selling on eBay since 1998, but I was actually reselling even before eBay came along. I was doing yard sales, was like my main thing, because there wasn't even, there really wasn't a lot you could do online. Nobody was really connected online yet. So when eBay came along, I always joked that, hey, they made this for me. This is awesome. But I was still more of a hobby seller at first. It was just a kind of a fun thing. No, let's take that back. It was kind of a fun thing. And even when I was married, even though I was doing it full time, I was, I had full-time income from it. It wasn't income that I depended on. And it was really only when my divorce happened and I became a single mom again, it was like, oh, what do I have that I can fall back on to make the income I need to make, and it was eBay. And it is a ramping up process. So it's going to depend on, here's what I'd like to say. It's not the amount of listings you're putting up. It's the dollar amount of listings you're putting up too. Because if you need to make $4,000 a month, you need to sell about $1,000 a week. You need to break that down. If you don't even have that much listed, you're definitely not going to sell it. You're going to sell a percentage of what you have listed. So looking at the total dollar amount you have listed, you can say, hey, I'm probably going to sell maybe, and I hate to say this is a low number, but it's realistic, 5 to 10% of that per day, per week, per month. So you have to look at those dollars and say, in order to sell 4,000, I need to list probably about $20,000 worth. And so if you're focused on selling $5 items, $10 items, that's going to be really hard to get there. But if you are focused on selling $50 items, $100 items, super easy to get there. I mean, you still have to do the work, but as far as the numbers and the consistency of those numbers, it's much easier to get to that full-time income going for those dollar amounts versus quantity of listings. Now, the other thing is you make your money in the buy. So to sell that $50 or $100 item, you can't be paying $40 for it. You have to find those $50 items that you pay $10, $15, maybe even $20 for, so that you have the margins. It's all in the numbers. It is all in knowing the numbers. And I know you're saying like, $20,000. That's like, woo, you guys go look at your active listings. Go look at the bottom total. It'll tell you the value of what you have listed. You're only going to make a percentage of that each month. So you have to get that number up. And so I don't even know. Mine's down right now. Because I still haven't gotten back up to speed from the move. But I think, I don't even know. I can't even give a guess right now. I think I have like 600 items listed. So right now my inventory is only at about maybe $15,000 ish. So if I want to up my eBay sales, I have to up that dollar amount. So focus a little more on the dollar amount versus I got to get 1,000 listings done. Oh,
Outside.
our little friend. Okay, bring her over when you're done. She's got to take the puppy outside because it's all about the puppy. Pull that door closed because it is loud. Oh, it stopped raining. I see sunshine.
There's a leak in my ceiling. Will be.
She found a major leak in her ceiling during this rain. So, all right. Let's see. I can't read that again. Let's see.
When is the best time to start listing? Now. Right now. Go do it.
Yeah.
There is no good time to start. You just got to do it.
Anytime. Don't wait for the right time. Don't wait for the right time. I mean, it's traditionally, if you're going to do auction format, Sunday evenings is still the best time to end listings. Historically, it's when and that comes from when the most people are online. But I got to tell you, this past year, that our cousin Rona has changed things up in a big way because more people have been online more often. So, but Sundays are still kind of people's chill time. It's their downtime. It's their browse time. It's their, I got a glass of wine, I'm going to go shop on eBay time.
It's just
So-
Sunday.
So for auctions, it's good. But otherwise, just get those listings up. Get them up. Michael says, I'm horrible when it comes to calculating shipping, like totally awful. Well, I am too. That's why I let eBay do that part. Basically, you need to know what your item weighs in the box. Like, okay, let me break this down. You have to know what your item weighs, number one. That's your baseline. And then you need to know what your packaging materials weigh. This is why I'm very consistent and I don't dumpster dive, because all of those boxes can be different weights. The USPS boxes and the boxes that I buy, I know what the weight is. Like the number 4, like the 7 by 7 by whatever it is. I think it's like 7 by 7 by 8, is it? Or 7 by 7, the number 4. You guys know which one I'm talking about. The priority rate box weighs 7 ounces. So I know I add that. Now I add that and a couple ounces to account for the bubble wrap, the peanuts, the packing slip, which really weigh like nothing. But I bump it up a couple ounces just to account for anything extra on there. And now she's going to do squeaky toy with the door open.
The door blew open with the wind. Can you pull the door closed?
So you have to know those two things, and then when you're creating your listing, you simply put in those two things. Now, it's not as important to know the size of the box unless it is going to be over 1 cubic foot. So that's 12 by 12 by 12 or any combination thereof. Those numbers can't be over 36 when you add the sides. Did I do that? Yeah. Okay. Just checking my math.
Math is not great in our
It is.
family.
No.
Numbers are a deficit.
But that's the only time you're going to get in trouble is when you go over 12 by 12 by 12. And I actually have boxes that are 12 by 12 by 12 that I know are the biggest box size I can use. And if it's not going to fit in one of those, then you have to put in the dimensions of what it's going to be. Figure 2 to 3 inches added to all sides of the item that you're listing. And that's going to be your shipping dimension. And put that in. eBay will do the calculations for you. eBay will do the calculations. Jordan.
Oh, my plants. So if you turn the camera, you will see where Dozer sits and how I had to cut the other one short because he is not a good boy. He is a bad boy. And he's too fat for his cat tree, so he doesn't go over there to get that one.
So if anybody in San Diego has a cat and you want a really
cat tree.
awesome cat tree,
brand new. I'll put it together for you too. Look at that.
Fix you up. Her animals are very spoiled, very spoiled. And she has a lovely patio with plants too. I'm very jealous of her plant growing skills. Okay, let's see. You should always add more ounces to cover handling charges to shipping. So the other thing is, I'm just going to talk about this, and this is controversial. When you're selling on eBay, you have the option whether or not to pass on your shipping discount as a seller onto the customer. I do not. You do not need to do that. When somebody buys something, they have agreed to the shipping that they see there. So you get a discount. You have a little fluff in there. That offsets the fact that eBay is charging you a final value fee on what people pay for shipping. So for me, that offsets those fees. It also accounts for, like, if I want to self-insure, that covers that cost. So people are agreeing to pay the shipping unless somebody says, hey, can you do better on the shipping? Then that's totally up to you. But I still say, don't negotiate your shipping charge, adjust the product charge. The average eBay buyer has no idea what actual shipping costs. They don't know that you get a discount. Don't feel obligated. That's your hard work, your handling fee. That's time. Take it. Take that little bit of a discount because it offsets things. Let's see. They want to see the new fur baby. You will. Before we're done, fur baby will come back in the house.
Gotta learn to go potty outside because I'm sick and tired of cleaning it up inside.
Tiger says, I've been using Pirate Ship. Would I be better off using eBay shipping? Not really. Pirate Ship is the same discounted rate as eBay shipping. So the customer still sees what eBay tells them is the calculated rate. You can go ship anywhere you want to create that label. Pirate Ship's super easy because it will import the data over to eBay. You don't have to go post the the tracking number or anything. Just connect Pirate Ship with your eBay and you can do all your shipping through there. The thing with Pirate Ship is it's only USPS shipping. You cannot use FedEx or UPS. So if you're using Pirate Ship, use Pirate Ship. Pirate Ship is super cool. I love Pirate Ship.
You're a pirate ship.
I'm not a pirate ship. Don't be afraid to offer international shipping. You know, it's funny. I kind of go back and forth on that. You just need to be aware again of your numbers. What was that?
Delivery truck.
There's noises out there. Because remember, if somebody pays via PayPal, you're getting charged another percentage for the conversion of the money. So make sure that when you're doing international and setting up the international, you do add in a handling fee to offset that. And how would you do an auction? Okay.
What should I put on this wall here?
Oh,
That's
Jordan wants to know what she should put on this wall here.
my question for the day.
What do you want to put on that wall there?
I don't know.
Wall. Oh, here we go. Here comes
Put down the puppy.
the little fluff muff.
Here, Daisy. Give me a baby girl. Oh, it's a good girl.
All right, here you go. You get to meet the new.
This is Daisy with a Z to go with Dozer. So Daisy and Dozer. It's a saga. She is a cute little puppy. No idea what breed she is. No idea how big she's gonna get. But she is very smart. Business deal? No? Too many sounds?
Yeah, it's doing
Business
sounds.
deal? Yeah, good job. Good job.
How old is she?
11 weeks now? 10 weeks?
10 weeks, 11
Wow.
weeks? Yes. So I'm coming back out in a few weeks to puppy sit while she goes on a trip with her boyfriend. Aren't I a good mom? So let's see. No comment.
What?
If my package weighs over 2 pounds, I always charge the buyer calculated shipping because the differential, depending upon where it's going, is too great. Sending to California maybe $9, but to Florida it may be $22. Yeah, I don't do squeak. I don't do free shipping anymore. I just don't. It got to be too complex for my accounting and everything. And customers are really like, they don't care anymore. It's not that big of a deal. They want a good price on the item. So how many packages are too many to expect USPS to pick up? I have had USPS pick up as many as 20 packages, but I feel guilty.
But as long as you schedule it, they know.
Yeah, I still feel guilty. I feel guilty.
Don't feel guilty.
But my post office, she said, don't feel guilty.
Your business, their business.
Yeah. Well, see, I have this big long driveway, so if they have to make multiple trips and time, I know they only get like 5 minutes allotted to pick up those packages. And the likelihood of them not scanning them is greater if you have more packages. So that's another reason for me. I just go drop them off.
Your nails are sharp.
I drop them off. I just work it into I don't make a separate trip to the post office. I just work it into my running errands. Oh, you guys want to know something else I did that has been a wonderful, beautiful thing? I stopped focusing so much on worrying about being a top-rated seller. I changed my handling to 2 days. It gives me that breathing room. It makes it so that orders that come in on Monday, I don't have to ship them until Wednesday. It just really relieved a load. So if you are getting overwhelmed with shipping and keeping up on it, I highly recommend the 2-day handling. Because I have not seen that the top rated seller thing makes that big of a difference.
Do you have the hiccups?
When is the right time to convert to a store? Now. Think where you're going. If your ultimate goal is to create a following and have a business, there is no time like the present to start it. It'll also motivate you. Like, you have this store and you want to fill the shelves of your store. So go ahead, start it at the starter store. It is $5 a month. $5 a month. You can create categories. I think you have to be at the basic store or greater in order to do like the markdown promotions and some of the other things. But I say do it. If you're serious about making this work, just go for the store. It'll make you feel better. Having the store, putting things in a category, AKA on a shelf in a store. It's your virtual store and it's something you can be proud of, and it's much easier to market. Somebody tells me a store name, I can go Google that and find it. If you just tell me your user ID, It's almost impossible. User IDs are really hard to go find. Stores, easy. Got anything to add to that one?
If you're paying for something, it gives you more of an ownership over it, and you're more likely to take care of it and list it. That's why I had to buy an exercise bike, and I'm not using the free membership to a gym I have.
There you go. Oh, some answers are one of your modeling photos on the wall, maybe in vintage clothes.
Well, hello.
See, they'd say they have to see the rest of the room before they can advise you.
Ooh.
Yeah, we can't do that right now.
The room is over here. My house is clean. My house is clean.
She's
okay?
had company for a few days,
They're
and
packing.
our
over there.
suitcases have just vomited all over the floor. Okay, I'm just saying. Big dog, big paws, mountain dog.
These are her paws.
Well, the mama dog looks like Australian Shepherd cattle dog mixed to me, but we don't know who Daddy was.
My nose. Ouch! Ouch!
Oh, Vintage and Vino is saying they schedule it, but they get told no room in the truck, and I would complain to the postmaster about that.
Yeah, they know.
No, they have to leave room in the truck or come back or do something else to pick up those packages. That is not a good excuse. No,
I don't think Dozer realizes I have the puppy here.
Do not let them get away. Oh, we got everybody
Oh,
over
no.
here now. Your knees in the way they can't see.
Dozer doesn't quite know what to do with the puppy
Yeah.
yet. Besides, stalk him ominously throughout the room.
How do you handle returns? Do you accept them? What kind of wording do you use to reply to a return? Absolutely have a return policy. That is one thing that will bring you up in the search algorithm. eBay really highly values the return policy, and people are pretty savvy. They know even if you have no return policy, all they have to do is say item not as described, and they're still going to be able to return it. And hello. And you have no chance of not paying for the return label. Whereas if you allow returns and you get the honest people that just say it didn't fit, I didn't like it, wrong color, changed mind, then they have to pay for the shipping back to you. So I have a 60-day return policy. I'm okay with that. Now, when the returns do come in, it's aggravating, it's frustrating. Allow yourself time to be upset for a few seconds and then just deal with it like a business. I mean,
include it in your original margins. Expect that 2% of your sales are going to get returned regardless, and then if they don't, then you're happy.
It's higher with clothing. Actually, eBay will tell you what your return percentage is on your Seller Hub. And I know they're switching people over to Seller Hub now. I see some grumbling over in my group, people not liking being changed to Seller Hub. Seller Hub's a beautiful thing. Seller Hub is going to give you information to run your business better, including seeing what your actual return rates are and that type of thing. If you have a very high return rate, again, you can adjust. Sometimes it's like, wait, are my pictures not good enough? Am I not describing things good enough? Have I not put condition things up where they need to be? First, look at what you can fix in your business. But the other thing is just look at the market in general. Like, is this just the trend on this type of item? Okay, I need to figure that into my margins, like she said. Oh yeah, you have 1 to 3 day shipping and still made it to top rated seller. Yeah, they prefer the 1 day handling. And now eBay has a tippy top rated seller. Yeah, like this top rated seller. Plus, I used to really just drive myself crazy reaching those goals and meeting those criteria. And I've just come to I need to run my business in the best way for my business that is best for my customers, because I have customers that order multiple things and I don't want to just slap those into a box. I want to take the time to make sure that they are sent out the safest, best way. I don't want to rush it. So she's saying St. Bernard.
Oh boy.
No! Sent out a package, priority mail, dropped it off at the post office. It has never been seen again. Always get a receipt. Yeah, I don't get a receipt. I mean, you're gonna have to find what works for you. It does happen. If it's a small package, they fall off the beltways and things, the conveyor belts. You can put in a missing package report. I don't know what the technical term is. A lot of times they'll show up. A lot of times I've just had two missing packages show up because I sent the inquiries in and they found them. I still am never going to stand in line at the post office to get a receipt. I'm not going to do it. Time is too valuable. Oh, LaDonna says she got a fairy lamp that was broken on Poshmark. The seller stated, you can't prove that's the one I sent. So this is a trend I really, really hate. Do not assume that your customer is a scammer or a liar or a cheater. This is a Facebook group trend that the immediate response is to go to like, they must be lying. Never do that. It's not good business. It is best to just say, return it. Please return it. I will take care of you. Even if you think they are going to scam you, here's how you get eBay to back you up on that. Get the item back. If it is not the item that you sent, there is I always forget the name of it. Maybe Melissa, maybe you can remember this. Internet fraud something. There's an internet fraud site. You go in, you make the report. Once you have gone in and made that report, now go to eBay and tell them this customer sent back something that is not what I shipped to them. Here is my internet fraud report complaint. IRC. I can't remember what it is. We'll have to find that. Melissa knows everything. She'll find it. But there is a link, that you go to and file that report. eBay is going to take you seriously if you've spent the time to report it as fraud, because you got to look at it from their end. There's a lot of sellers making the claim to try to get out of refunding a customer. So they've got that on their end to deal with. So you've got to take steps that give you credibility and to deal with those things. But honestly, just make the customer, never refund a customer who doesn't send the item back. That I will tell you. Make them send it back. Make them send it back. Oh, maybe lab mixed with St. Bernard. They're giving guesses on what she has in her. I love it. Love it. Oh yeah, don't stand at the counter and pay. Don't ever do that. I always just drop off. Yeah, I gotta get on the road. We're gonna get home late tonight now.
I have a meeting I need to join. Hold on.
Oh.
I
just lost my comments.
Hold on. I give them back.
She works remotely, so this is what she has to do. To get top sell up. See, I'd have to poke them to see that now.
Okay, just wait. Just give me 2 seconds.
Can't wait. We have to wrap this up anyway. You know what? You guys, please, if you aren't already over in the Niche to Profit Facebook group, that is where we can have continued discussions, give examples, post the links to the places that we talk about like this, all of that good stuff. Am I having a sale on Friday? You bet your bippy I am. We are definitely having a sale on Friday. 1 o'clock regular time. It felt really weird to miss my Friday sale. I gotta tell you. And when I come back out here in a few weeks, I'm going to be doing the sale from here. So we're gonna do that too. Oh, Pirate Ship doesn't have media mail. I did not know that. I don't use media mail. I get, if that's your business model is selling that kind of stuff, but if you're selling antique books or ephemera, that kind of stuff, just send it first class. Highly recommend first class. Or use the service that eBay just came up with, the standard envelope thingy. See, I don't use it. I don't even know the technical term right off the bat. And I don't have my computer in front of me. Oh, please give us your access code.
Sorry.
So yeah, she works from home remotely. This was her lunch break that she joined us on. Also, I don't have the link down in the descriptions right now. Maybe Melissa can go grab this real quick for me too. Jordan is going to the
Coca Rocha Model Camp.
Coca Rocha Model Camp, which is a really big deal for her. And it's a really expensive deal for her. So there is a GoFundMe, and so many of you have contributed Like,
I greatly appreciate
even
you.
those $5 and $10 contributions added up, and she is almost to her target. Just needs a little bit more to get there. So we're gonna provide that link. Super appreciate any support you can give. She's gonna send us lots of pictures from there, we hope.
I'm gonna do videos with Coco Rocha.
She's gonna do videos, but she's also going to come back and talk about that experience too.
So the
What
cool
you said.
thing about that whole camp is it's not just learning how to pose, it's learning the whole industry behind being a model and modeling. There is so much science behind how you're posing, how you're delivering that to the client, how to find, clients, how to market yourself, all of that. So it's not just I'm going to go learn how to pose like Coco Rocha. No, it's a in-depth experience of how to break into the modeling industry. So
Thank you, Melissa. I knew you'd be on it.
grazie.
Are you taking the puppy to school?
School? What school? Whose school?
Well,
Right.
hello. Oh, come on. He's camera shy. Oh, there he goes.
Hi, Dexter.
It's like he wanted to. He's just like Rachel. He's like trying to stealth out so he's not in the camera.
Oh no, he
You
loves
know?
the camera. Every single meeting I'm on camera in, he knows and somehow runs from anywhere in the house that he's sleeping and has to be on camera in front of me. It's ridiculous.
He's not your normal cat. He is.
He's not.
He is a trip. We love him. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for hanging out. I hope we got those questions answered. Oh, when do you go? When do you go to?
August.
Oh, wait. Oh, where is the puppy going to stay? They're saying.
I don't know, Mom. Where's Bubba? Probably with my boyfriend, honestly.
Yeah, that would be good.
You don't want to watch her again.
Unless you want to bring her to Vegas.
No.
You can bring her to Vegas and I'll watch it.
I'm not driving out there with the puppy in August to fly to New York.
Okay. Well, then don't. All right, everyone. Again, join the Facebook group. Continue the conversation. After this wraps up, if you're watching this on the replay, you can put questions down in the comments. If there's something we've just left you totally puzzled on. I know there'll be lots of shipping stuff. Everybody always asks about shipping. But you guys can do this. That's the message I want. You can figure, I just bought that little sign the other day. Everything is figure outable. Everything is figure outable. Even though I wasn't feeling that this morning.
Well, that's why I'm here to talk you off.
And
the
she was telling me
metaphorical ledge.
everything is figure outable. So
Anybody needs business coaching. Apparently, I'm a good therapist.
no, she's really good at it. She does freelance marketing stuff too. So if you're at a level where you're ready to like push your store or your YouTube channel or your whatever your business is, this girl right here has the brain. I can get you in contact with
This
her.
is on record. I would just like this noted that she actually said that I'm doing a good job. Just,
Did I say that?
I feel like it was implied.
I kind of did.
I feel like
She does a great job. She does a great job. So thank you, moderators, for watching the chat and keeping things going smoothly over there. And again, I will have a live sale on Friday, so I'll see you there. I'm going to go get on the road. And you'll start seeing the video footage from this weekend tomorrow, I think. Yes. That means I got to get my butt home and edit video. All right. With that, everyone, go be profitable and make it fun. We'll see you on the next one. I got to figure out how to end this.
oh, you can't end it.